said, I'm Mncwabe from Transnet Engineering, which is a rival of Gibela in the railway industry. However, we are comrades when it comes to the issues of load shedding as well as high energy cost. Okay, to commence with, I just want to take you through a short background in terms of how energy management relates to the Industrial 4.0. The Internet of Things and data analytics are the most significant emerging technologies of Industrial 4.0. They have a disruptive and transformational effect to the energy industry, including energy management, energy efficiency, as well as measurement and verification. And as a result, the energy industry is steadily embracing the Industrial 4.0. So this whole presentation will be centered around the energy management, which is the energy efficiency sustainability software. Energy security of supply, decreasing fuel reserves and rising costs continue to be among the challenges that are facing our South African industries. And therefore, there's a need to adapt or to adopt technological advances, innovations to keep pace with today's rapidly changing environment. Any energy use should be measured in a more detail and linked to production in order to be able to achieve green manufacturing. Energy information systems have a huge role to play in the managerial decision making, which may influence the energy intensity reduction. So basically, when you look back 8 years ago, the tariffs that are imposed by ESCOM have increased up to 300%. We've got no control over that as industries. However, when it comes to controlling the way we use energy, we do have control. Hence, we need to harness the technology that comes with the industrial revolution to ensure that we decrease our energy efficiency, our energy intensity, and improve our energy efficiency as industries, mainly relating to the RAILCAR manufacturing industry. Looking at the problem that I'm trying to solve with this proposed solution, which is the energy efficiency sustainability software, I've noticed that when it comes to coach business, because I'm working for Transnet, so we do have a business that is similar to the Gibela setup, where we are producing commuter rail cars. We are actually using 16 gigawatt hours annually, which amounts to 20 million rands per annum. And that shows that if you look at Gibela as well, you're probably looking at the amount of energy intensity as well, energy usage. And this is a problem that needs to be addressed. Like I've already alluded to the fact that we've got no control when it comes to the ESCOM high tariffs. So we need to make sure that we use the softwares that will enable us to reduce the energy efficiency, the energy intensity. Currently, what I've observed is that in the market, there are softwares that are not able to address the issues around energy management in a complete manner. The softwares that are available, they are only addressing the issues when it comes to measurement and monitoring, and that forms about 10% part of the best energy management practice. So in summary, if we look at the problems that are facing the rail car industry right now, we're looking at the energy intensity, and we're looking at the rising cost, which we've got no control over. We're also looking at the lack of user-friendly tools that can enable the industry to reduce their energy intensity. And with ESCOM adopting the load shedding, it actually poses a huge risk when it comes to energy supply. Apart from the problems that I've already mentioned, there are also barriers which are associated with the energy management information system that we need to embrace in order for us to be able to reduce energy intensity. We're looking at poor data monitoring systems, we're looking at non-existent transparency, we're looking at lack of centralized information hubs. Whenever there is some system that is available within the company, you find that it's not centralized, it's not accessible to everybody. It's just rests with that particular person who is regarded as the energy management practitioner. So we need to make sure that we deal with that situation. And the only way to do that is through harnessing the energy efficiency sustainability software that I'm proposing. Well, for me to be able to come up with the solution that I'm proposing, I've gone through the research design model that is shown to you right now, but I'm not going to dwell much into detail because of time. But basically, I've looked into various energy management systems that are available globally, and I've also evaluated the ISO 50001 standard, because that is the standard that is recognized internationally as a standard for the energy management. And I've also looked into various concepts when it comes to selection methods, as well as the development of software cycle. And with that, I was able then to come up with an energy efficiency sustainability framework, which then became an input into the development of the software itself. Okay, so here are the details of the proposed solution to the problem that I've already alluded to. The energy management information system, when you look at it, it serves as a performance management system that enables individuals as well as organizations to plan, make decisions, and also to take actions to make energy use and cost. It is useful for the collection, analysis, and reporting of data that is relating to energy performance that supports energy management. So basically the ESS, which is the Energy Efficiency Sustainability Software, it is an example of an energy management information system. Looking at the ESS itself, what it entails is that it is an intelligent approach that can be used by various industries in order to ensure that they follow a systematic way of managing their energy performance in order to leverage their energy cost. It is a form of the EMS that can be used by industries to achieve sustainable energy management, as it integrates ISO 50001 elements, and it makes the implementation of the ISO 50001 elements to be much more easier, because everything is incorporated into one central platform that can be accessed by everybody within the company. What I have on the screen now is the technical structure and the elements of this ESS that I'm referring to. It's a pity that I do not have a pointer. But looking at the central structure, here is a database where the ESS is being operated, and the data is being transmitted from the energy meters, which are connected in various energy users or various machines within the enterprise level, and that data gets transmitted using the modem and the cellular network, so that it can also be stored in a cloud hosting server, and in that way it is accessible by various users within the companies. It could be the employees, the energy team itself, as well as the executives. So basically it creates that sense of transparency in terms of the energy that is being used. So it gives everybody an idea to say how much is being consumed on a daily basis in different particular sections of the business. So it provides a web-based interactive platform, because you can input the data, and it also has some preloaded information that is useful for the company to be able to manage their energy performance. It is accessible through any web browser, regardless of the gadgets that is being used within the company, and it also allows the centralization and cloud hosting of data, as I've already mentioned. Energy readings are being transmitted from the meters from different machines to the software itself, that is then accessible to various users. Okay, apart from what I've just explained now, there are top 10 key features which are very useful, which have been included in this software. We're looking at energy analysis link, project tracking tool, review and approval, automated prompts, compliance verification tool, performance tracking system, awareness questions link, communication enhancement, skills matrix, and e-learning platform. All of these will be put together with the ISO 50001 requirements in mind, which is why I was saying earlier on, if you use the ESSS accordingly, it can actually enable the company to be able to be certified when it comes to ISO 50001. So when it comes to the potential benefits, because government has got so many benefits that they are actually using to entice the industries. So if you are using the ESSS as a company, or as particularly the RAILCAR industry, you can be able to save cost in such a way that when it comes to the measurement and verification, those costs are only 50% when it comes to the certification. So you'll be able to get the tax rebates as well. So it's got quite a lot of benefits. And as I said earlier on when I was starting the presentation, the available softwares are unable to assist the businesses comprehensively because they don't cover the complete energy management cycle. But when it comes to the ESSS, it allows the companies to cover the entire management, energy management cycle, because it doesn't only allow you to look at the monitoring and the measurement, but it also allows you to input the project information that you're going to be using to ensure that you drive down your energy intensity. So in that way, you can also use it as some sort of a proof when you're submitting your request for tax rebates, to say these are the steps that are followed which supports the entire energy management cycle. Okay, when it comes to the cost implications, it is not very expensive, because we're looking at charging 30% when it comes to the savings per year. And with this graph here, we are able to say per year we can be able to save a minimum of 5% of the cost. And take for instance a railcar industry, a manufacturing industry that is spending 20 million rands per annum. So that means every year you can be able to save 1 million rands. And if you have been able to implement a sustainable energy management system, you can actually be able to see significant results over a period of time, unlike if you're just going to do spot improvement changes, because then your improvement will fluctuate as it's seen on this graph here. And when it comes to the reduction of the energy intensity, we're looking at about 60% and 25% in total when it comes to the energy cost reduction over a period of time. Okay, in conclusion, just want to add Gibela to say it's not business as usual. Energy costs are rising. I know the company has just started, but as you ramp up, you're going to be using a lot of energy, which will require you to ensure that you harness the energy management information systems to allow you to save your energy cost and to allow you to reduce your energy intensity. With that, I thank you.
Thank you.
Basically, the system allows you to also identify the causes, the root causes of the waste that are causing the company to use so much energy. And with that, you are able then to see which systems need to be optimized. Could it be pumps? Could it be furnaces? So it's built in within the system. Okay, it's been developed. Right now, the testing or the implementation of the pilot is underway. We're busy with having discussions with TUT to assist us in terms of testing it at Mncwabe as the manufacturing pilot site there. So currently it's being tested. I developed the energy efficiency sustainability framework, which was then used as a specification for the development of the system itself, of the software. So with the help of the programmers, they've been able to code the system according to the specification.
Additionally, we're in the process, because that's one of the things I'm working on. I think by the end of May, we should be coming out with the finalization of the pilot study at Institute of Advanced Tourism in Mncwabe. I think with the result we are getting from that, we will be able to know whether we are ready to go to the industry for implementation. So we are putting it as a package that is going to be marketed with the skills. Okay, let me because okay, let me take you.
I know that I think this project has been on the pipeline for quite some time now.
Yeah.
But I think not on the technical aspect, but I think on the business side, is there any comparison? Do we have the same solution in the industry, in particular our country? Who are we competing with? If I am a developer, why should I choose your system versus somebody that is already matured organization, where I'm not going to struggle with a lot of bugs within the system? So for me, I think those are the things that you need to build up within your case, the business case. And unfortunately, I think in the presentation, it was not coming very strong. What was coming strong is more about the system capability, which is still, I think, open for testing, if I heard you very well.
When it comes to the comparison with the other available systems in the market, that has been done, which is one of the things that actually helped us to beef up the capabilities of the system. There are some other available softwares out there, of which, for the purpose of this presentation, I didn't include it. And the reason why it has actually taken some time to actually be completed is because we are having a shortage of funds in terms of having it being implemented. But in 2017, I was privileged enough to take part in the GSEP competition, where I was then able to identify other softwares that are available, and that is where I was able to see that there is an opportunity for this system to be taken to the market, because there are some of the capabilities that it has which other systems don't have. Like I said, it allows you to follow a systematic approach that will then allow you as a company to be ISO 50001 certified. So it's for that streamlined process, whereas the other systems, they just show you the readings and then there's nothing much you can do. But with this one, it becomes the energy management system of your own, where you can actually put in all the supporting documents of everything that you are doing within the company as the effort of trying to reduce the energy intensity.